Silent Hill, a small town nestled in the heart of New England, was veiled in an everlasting shroud of mystery and foreboding. Its very name sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to speak it aloud. The dense fog that enshrouded its streets seemed to possess a malevolent sentience, creeping through the alleys and seeping into the bones of anyone unfortunate enough to wander into its embrace. Whispers of ancient secrets and unspeakable horrors whispered through the town's dilapidated buildings and deserted alleyways. It was as if the very walls held the echoes of long-forgotten rituals and sacrilegious acts, carried out by a cult known only as the Order. The cult's sinister presence had seeped into the very fabric of the town, tainting it with a darkness that refused to dissipate. The Order's twisted beliefs and macabre practices had cast a long shadow over Silent Hill's history. They worshipped a deity of unspeakable malevolence, conducting rituals that defied comprehension. Their ceremonies, held deep within the heart of the town, were said to have summoned an otherworldly evil that lurked in the shadows, waiting patiently to prey upon the unsuspecting. As the cult's power grew, the town itself became a conduit for the supernatural. Silent Hill, once a peaceful community, transformed into a harrowing reflection of the cult's twisted desires. It became a place where nightmares bled into reality, where the veil between the living and the dead was torn asunder. The air itself crackled with an unsettling energy, a constant reminder of the sinister forces that lay dormant, but ever watchful. The residents of Silent Hill, oblivious to the horrors festering beneath their feet, went about their lives with a sense of unease that they couldn't quite explain. Children played cautiously, their laughter muffled and tinged with an underlying fear. Even the animals seemed to sense the malevolence that lurked, their senses heightened as they cowered in the shadows, their eyes reflecting a primal terror. Silent Hill had become a town trapped between two worlds, a place where darkness and light fought an eternal battle. It existed as a paradox of beauty and decay, of tranquility and unrelenting horror. And as the clock ticked away, the sinister secrets of Silent Hill continued to fester, waiting for the brave or the foolhardy to uncover the truth that lay hidden within its haunted streets. In the year 1867, Silent Hill was forever scarred by an unimaginable tragedy that shook the very foundations of the town. It was on a fateful night, when a storm raged overhead, that a conflagration unlike any other consumed the quaint homes and cobblestone streets, reducing the town to naught but smoldering ruins and ashen remnants. But this was no ordinary fire, it was a cataclysmic event that would etch itself into the annals of history. Whispers would later speak of the flames being fueled by the vengeful spirits of those who had fallen victim to the sadistic machinations of the cult known as the Order. Their tortured souls, forever bound to Silent Hill, sought retribution for the horrors they had endured. As the inferno raged, the town became a gateway, a conduit for the unspeakable. The curse, dormant for so long, was unleashed with an unrelenting fury. The otherworld, a macabre reflection of reality, materialized, merging with the physical realm in a symphony of despair. Streets warped and twisted, their once familiar paths contorted into a labyrinthine nightmare. Buildings decayed and rusted before one's eyes, as if the very essence of life was being sucked away, leaving behind only desolation and decay. Within the otherworld, time itself lost all semblance of meaning. It was a place where the laws of physics bent to the will of the curse, defying rationality and plunging the unwary into a maelstrom of terror. Reality fractured and splintered, and those unfortunate enough to find themselves trapped within its clutches experienced a never-ending descent into madness. In this twisted dimension, the tormented souls of the cult's victims found no respite. Their anguished cries echoed through the ether, their spectral forms writhing in eternal torment. The air was heavy with their sorrow, their suffering seeping into the very fabric of Silent Hill. It became a place where the living and the dead coexisted, their worlds colliding in a haunting symphony of pain and despair. As the years wore on, Silent Hill became synonymous with the curse that bound it. Its haunted reputation spread far and wide, drawing the curious, the intrepid, and the foolhardy. Many ventured into the town, lured by the promise of unraveling its enigmatic secrets. But little did they know that within its fog-laden embrace, the curse held sway, ready to ensnare those who dared to delve too deeply. Silent Hill stood as a testament to the power of darkness, a scar on the fabric of reality that refused to fade. It became a cautionary tale, a whispered warning passed from generation to generation. Those who entered its hallowed grounds did so at their own peril, for the curse that dwelled within had a hunger that could never be sated, a malevolence that could never be quelled. And so, the tragic saga of Silent Hill continued, forever etched into the minds of those who dared to explore its sinister depths. Throughout the ages, Silent Hill became an enigma, a magnet that drew in those seeking answers to the unexplained, their curiosity and desperation blinding them to the lurking dangers that lay hidden within its boundaries. Whispers of disappearances and unsolved mysteries floated through the air like restless spirits, filling the minds of both locals and outsiders with a sense of unease. As the tendrils of the town's cursed past tightened their grip, tales of those who ventured into Silent Hill and never returned began to surface with increasing frequency. The missing, their names etched into the annals of mystery, became a chilling testament to the sinister secrets that the town held. Their loved ones left grappling with heart-wrenching uncertainty, forever haunted by the unanswered questions that gnawed at their souls. The authorities, burdened by the weight of their own ignorance or perhaps fueled by a desire to protect the town's reputation, turned a blind eye to the mounting evidence of the inexplicable. They dismissed the stories as mere urban legends, attributing the disappearances to accidents or the work of deranged minds. But those who delved deeper into the mysteries of Silent Hill knew that there was something far more nefarious at play. A pervasive aura of darkness seemed to permeate the very air of Silent Hill, as if the town itself conspired to conceal its secrets. The sinister force that resided within its boundaries possessed an insidious ability to lure the unsuspecting, drawing them in like moths to a flame. It preyed upon the vulnerable and the curious, enticing them into its clutches with promises of revelation and understanding. The true nature of these disappearances was far from mundane. It was whispered in hushed tones that there existed a malevolent force within Silent Hill, an entity that fed upon the fear and desperation of its victims. Like a spider weaving its web, it patiently spun its sinister tapestry, waiting for the perfect moment to ensnare its unwitting prey. Once trapped, the unfortunate souls would be lost to the town forever, their fates sealed in the cold embrace of its nightmarish realm. Silent Hill became a graveyard of lost hopes and shattered dreams, its streets bearing witness to the anguished cries of those who ventured too far into the abyss. The echoes of their torment reverberated through the town, carried on the wind like a mournful dirge. The weight of their sorrow seeped into the very soil, leaving an indelible mark upon the land, a reminder of the suffering that had transpired within its borders. Yet, despite the dangers that loomed within Silent Hill's fog-laden embrace, there were those who remained undeterred. The intrepid and the brave, driven by an insatiable hunger for truth, stepped into the abyss, willing to risk everything in their quest for answers. Their footsteps, both fearless and naive, left an indelible imprint upon the town's haunted streets, forever entwining their fates with the enigma of Silent Hill. And so, the unsolved disappearances continued, a haunting chorus of unanswered questions that echoed through the corridors of time. Each lost soul became another piece in the puzzle of Silent Hill's sinister secrets, adding to the allure and the dread that surrounded the town. As the shadows deepened and the mysteries multiplied, those who dared to seek the truth found themselves descending into a darkness from which escape seemed impossible. Amidst the twisted tapestry of Silent Hill's horrors, there stood one particular landmark that sent chills down the spines of even the bravest souls, the infamous Alchemilla Hospital. Once a beacon of healing and solace, it had transformed into a nightmarish asylum, its walls harboring secrets too ghastly to comprehend. Legend whispered of the hospital's descent into madness, fueled by the sinister experiments conducted within its decaying halls. Dark rumors swirled, suggesting that the doctors and nurses, corrupted by the town's malevolent influence, had forsaken their oaths and embraced a malefic path. Within the hospital's shadowy corridors, unspeakable rituals took place, their purpose lost to the depths of depravity. Those who dared to venture into Alchemilla Hospital spoke of the palpable sense of unease that clung to the air like a suffocating fog. Disembodied footsteps echoed through its abandoned wards, an eerie symphony that played upon the nerves of the intrepid explorers. Whispers, barely audible, slithered through the darkness, hinting at the torment that once writhed within these walls. The hospital's rooms, once spaces of healing and recovery, now bore witness to the lingering presence of tortured souls. Visitors reported flickering lights that danced like spectral apparitions, illuminating the desolation and decay that had claimed the building. Shadows, deep and malevolent, seemed to pulse with a sinister energy, morphing into grotesque shapes that twisted the very fabric of reality. In the heart of Alchemilla Hospital, the air grew thick with a sense of foreboding. It was said that the spirits of the long-departed patients still haunted the premises, their ethereal forms eternally trapped in a purgatory of suffering. Their cries, whispered through the rusted ventilation shafts and hidden recesses, carried an anguish that pierced the soul, a testament to the unspeakable horrors they had endured in life. The hospital's once sterile operating rooms now lay in ruins, stained with the memories of macabre procedures that defied ethical boundaries. The surgical tools, long forgotten, rusted in their drawers, silent witnesses to the perversion that had taken place within these walls. The atmosphere dripped with the stench of decay, mingling with the lingering scent of antiseptic, a macabre juxtaposition that assaulted the senses. Visitors to Al Camilla Hospital found themselves enveloped in an otherworldly presence, their very sanity teetering on the precipice of oblivion. In the deepest depths of the building, some claimed to have encountered the apparitions of long-dead patients, their eyes vacant and filled with a haunting emptiness. Their silent screams seemed to reverberate through the dimly lit corridors, a chilling reminder of the torments they had endured in life. Al Camilla Hospital became a haunting symbol of Silent Hill's descent into darkness. Its twisted hallways and forgotten wards served as a bleak reminder of the town's capacity to corrupt even the most sacred of spaces. Those who dared to enter its forsaken embrace became entangled in a web of horror and despair, forever marked by the unholy presence that lurked within its crumbling walls. And so, Al Camilla Hospital stood as a testament to the malignant forces that plagued Silent Hill, its haunted legacy etched into the fabric of the town's twisted history. The echoes of suffering and madness continued to reverberate through its hallowed halls, beckoning the curious and the foolhardy to venture forth, but always at the risk of losing themselves to the darkness that resided within. Silent Hill, an enigma wrapped in a shroud of darkness, continued to captivate the hearts and minds of the intrepid, beckoning them towards a descent into the depths of madness. Its name, whispered with both trepidation and morbid fascination, drew forth those willing to face the terrors that lay hidden within its foggy embrace. Once brave souls crossed the threshold into Silent Hill, they became entangled in a relentless dance with the macabre. The town, no longer a mere geographical location, transformed into a living nightmare, a twisted entity that sought to ensnare and consume the spirits of those who dared to set foot upon its haunted soil. As the minutes turned to hours, and the hours turned to days, time seemed to lose its meaning within the clutches of Silent Hill. The fabric of reality itself became frayed and fragmented, each step forward only leading deeper into a labyrinth of perpetual darkness. It was as if the town itself possessed a malevolent sentience, a consciousness that reveled in the torment of those who entered its cursed domain. Within Silent Hill's unholy realm, the boundaries between life and death blurred into a murky haze. Twisted creatures, born from the darkest recesses of nightmares, stalked the fog-laden streets, their grotesque forms haunting the dreams and waking hours of those unfortunate enough to encounter them. Their wails echoed through the air, a cacophony of despair that shredded the nerves of even the most stalwart individuals. Reality itself became a shifting mirage, a mirage that taunted and disoriented those who traversed Silent Hill's desolate landscapes. Buildings morphed and contorted, bending to the will of the town's malevolent influence. Streets led to dead ends or looped back upon themselves, trapping wanderers in an eternal cycle of confusion and despair. Amidst the chaos, the line between sanity and madness grew increasingly thin. Minds, once sharp and rational, began to unravel like a tattered tapestry, succumbing to the relentless onslaught of horrors that assailed the senses. The very fabric of reason tore asunder, replaced by a maddening symphony of hallucinations and delusions that clawed at the edges of perception. Silent Hill reveled in the psychological torment it inflicted upon those who dared to challenge its dominion. It played with their fears, using them as fuel to stoke the fires of unrelenting terror. Shadows danced and twisted, whispering secrets that only the truly deranged could decipher, drawing the unwary further into the abyss. As the nightmarish journey reached its crescendo, survivors found themselves teetering on the precipice of their own sanity, their souls hanging by a tenuous thread. The weight of Silent Hill's malevolence pressed down upon them, threatening to crush their spirits beneath its unholy weight. Desperation clung to their every breath, as they struggled to cling to shreds of hope in the face of overwhelming darkness. Silent Hill, with its sinister allure, had become a rite of passage for the brave and the reckless, those who sought to unlock the town's secrets at the risk of losing themselves in the process. It stood as a testament to the indomitable human spirit, as well as a chilling reminder of the depths of depravity that lie dormant within the human psyche. To this day, Silent Hill remains a haunting enigma, a place where reality and nightmare intertwine. Its name resounds with a mixture of trepidation and fascination, drawing forth those who yearn to unravel its sinister secrets. But the price of discovery is steep, for once ensnared within its clutches, the town may never release its grip. Silent Hill exists as a timeless nightmare, a scar upon the fabric of existence, forever etching its horrors into the souls of those who dare to venture into its depths.